Hello friends, and welcome back to my crafty space. In today's video, I am going to be working on Project Life 2018 week number 33. So this would have been the second week of August in 2018. I am using my Stories by the Year collection or kit from Ali Edwards in addition to my original August Stories by the Month kit from 2018. So that was a kit that I had held on to in the hopes that I would be able to use it inside of this album. And here we are a couple years later, and I still have it ready to use. So I am going to go ahead and get everything laid out here on my desk, ready to go, and then I am going to put you on fast forward and get the spread put together. Once I have everything done and embellished and all that good stuff, then I will slow you guys back down in order to finish up our video for today. So let's go ahead and jump right in. To start with today's spread, the first thing I did was to set everything out in the place where I want it to go once it's inside of the page protectors. Then I'm going to go ahead and start working on my title card. I am using the This Week card from the Storytelling Basics Stories by the Year collection. I love that I can use these consistently throughout the rest of this album. I will occasionally throw in some different title cards just so I can use up the cards that say like August stories and September stories, but other than that, the rest of them I'm going to use the This Week card. I added in my date stamps there, and I left a little bit of a space in between so I can put something in between the two dates to designate that the dates go from the first date to the second date. Then I am pulling back over some of the chipboard pieces that I made for myself. So I took the digital Stories by the Month kit from, I believe, the 2017 one and maybe the 2020 one, and I printed them on white matte photo paper and then adhered that onto a sheet of 12 by 12 cardstock chipboard from scrapbook.com. And then I could fussy cut all those pieces out and make my own chipboard pieces. So I only have a couple of pieces remaining. I put most of them on this spread. There's one left over that just didn't make sense for the stories that I'm telling this week. And so I am just going to put the rest of them that I've got on there. And then I will also bring over some tiny phrase stickers, and I will add one of those on each of the 3x4 photos through the middle section of the spread. The last thing I will do is to take the tag that you can see on the photo of the flower. I'm going to add a couple of tiny phrase stickers to that as well. And then I'm going to hole punch the tag shape there, as well as the one that says find joy and write it down. I'll put some black and white twine through there and tie it into a bow to give this a little bit of extra texture. And then I will adhere all of the chipboard pieces down onto the photos that they are on. In terms of stories for this week of Project Life, the major story, which takes up the entire left side of this spread, is all about my brother-in-law and my now sister-in-law's bridal shower. So they held a bridal shower the week before this with her side of the family, and I attended that one as well. And then this week, the bridal shower with my husband's side of the family is what I've got all these pictures from. So I talked about celebrating with them for that special event. And then I've also got a couple of pictures from a day when we went to my husband's grandparents' house to help them with some wood flooring that they were putting in their house. Izzy and my sister-in-law Caitlin and I were all just kind of outside on their patio playing, and then walked down the neighborhood to a spot where they've got almost a park where you can go on the swings and do that kind of stuff. So that's where all of those photos were from. We're just kind of hanging out in the back. And then the remaining photos, the three on the far right side of the spread, are all from the Ann Arbor Hands-On Museum, which is a children's museum here in Michigan. It's a really good one. And for a little bit, we had a membership. So we used to go, once a month or once every couple of months. And this particular time, we took my husband's family with us. So I have a bunch of pictures of, like Izzy and her grandpa doing some some activities. And then the photo on the very bottom, which just makes me giggle, has everybody playing in the water table area. So it's just like a super entertaining area for kids, but apparently it's super entertaining for adults as well. So I snagged that picture while I was hanging out with Jonah. He would have been actually, no, I was pregnant. I didn't have Jonah at this point in time. I was pregnant. So I was just kind of hanging out on the chair, getting some rest, and observing the rest of our family playing in the water with Isabella. I love that our family, our extended family and, grandparents, aunts and uncles, that they all love to play with Izzy, especially since she was the only child, the only one in her generation for 4 years. So it's just really special to have her family join her and playing and having such a good time together. So when adding my own twine to those tags, I went ahead and I strung the twine through the hole, which I used a crocodile in order to punch the really tiny hole in the top of the tag. And then I'm going to just tie it into a bow and arrange it so the bow is kind of on top of the tag, and then put my adhesive onto the back and stick it directly onto the photo. I did that because I wanted there to be the texture, but I don't really need the bow or the twine to be functional. So that's why I decided to just tie it off and put it in a bow right there at the top. Plus, I think it gives it kind of a really cute aesthetic. I'm just going to add some more adhesive to the back of these other 2 embellishments. And then once I have that done, we will call this spread done. So I will go ahead and get you guys slowed back down. All right, friends, that finishes my week 33 spread. Love the way that this one came together. I tried to keep it kind of simple, just lightly embellishing on these photos here in the middle. And then I did add the little bits of texture here, which I think helps to give this a little bit of something extra to make it special and not so plain. But I'm really, really happy to have these stories documented here in my album. I hope that you enjoyed seeing this spread come together, and I hope that this inspires you to go back and work in some of your older projects or just unfinished projects and see if you can get a layout or something completed this week. If you do, let me know in the comments section below what projects are you working on and what is your goal to finish either this week or this month or whatever it is. All right, friends, well, I am going to be back again next week with the next spread in this album. We are moving right along in 2018. Until next time, I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will catch you all in the next video. Bye, friends.